Hello and welcome to this next segment of our little video series, which is finding and exploring the gifts within our sensitivity. If you remember, in the first video we talked about the sensitive hand and how that might affect your experience of life. But the question is, if you have a more sensitive hand than the average person, is this good or is it bad? And the answer is actually neither. It depends on the type of sensitivity, and as we talked about before, more importantly, it depends on what you'll be using that hand for. To give you an example, if your hand has the ability to sense energy that most people do not, and you are an energy healer or a masseuse or a mother and spend a lot of time with your children, that sensitivity can be a powerful asset in bringing well-being not only to you but to those you love and serve. If on the other hand you are a football player or you are sensitive to a certain kind of radiation or a certain type of whether it's temperature and you're not able to put yourself into a life in which that is a benefit, then that same sensitivity can be a liability. Even if you're sensitive to energy but you're a football player and all that happens is you get a bit more disoriented than the average football player whenever you make contact with a ball or something, it's not a good fit. So the first step in finding the gift within your sensitivity is know who you are, know where you're sensitive and how it shows up. The second is accept the innate pros and cons, that every sensitivity is theoretically good for something, and every sensitivity can theoretically increase not only the pleasure but the pain experience in certain environments. So there's a price and there's a potential benefit. The third step is to extrapolate. Given your sensitivity as you experience that, what would you be really good at? Imagine an environment in which you would be completely relaxed, completely comfortable and in a state of well-being, and able to bring your best to any relationship or any job situation you might be in. What would that environment be? And because you are different as a highly sensitive person, it's best to let that be a very big series of imaginings. Reinvent the culture, reinvent your daily life. Just ignore everything that you know and imagine what would bring out the best in you. The fourth is to imagine and brainstorm, based on my sensitivity, what are the areas that exist in this world or that I can create in this world. If you're in the West, then in the Western world. If you have a job, then either within the context of your job or some other job you can imagine getting. What is a way that your sensitivity could contribute value to this world? And the final step is to make a choice and a commitment that you are going to create and find an environment in which you are at your best, in which you can contribute your gifts effectively and make an action plan to change that environment for the better. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next video.